Everything's coming up roses. Alstroemeria rose combination is a fabulous combination. It's a great monochromatic look. You get Alstroemeria lily and roses with a little filler and some greens. And it's very inexpensive. It comes in so many colors, these combinations. Roses and Alstroemeria come in a myriad of colors. I've already taken the sleeves off of these two bouquets, and I left this one on just to show you what it looked like. But I'm going to show you 3 quick and easy things that we could do with a grouping like Alstroemeria rose. Let's start with the orange combination and 3 little vases. You've seen me do things like this before, but generally with roses it works really, really good. So I'm going to separate this. I'm going to put a rose, taking some of the foliage off, and an Alstroemeria together. A rose and an Alstroemeria, and a rose and an Alstroemeria. The Alstroemeria is great because it has so much of its own natural foliage. Not to mention, it's an incredibly long-lasting flower. When this opens up, they'll open up as big as these right here. So let's take the Alstro and the rose like this. Remember, when we've worked with Alstroemeria before, make sure you bring it down a little lower because it's going to keep growing a little bit. It's one of those flowers that does that. I have my baby's breath right here that I'm just going to break off one little piece of and just put it right in there with my rose like that. And I'm going to take my greens and I'm going to break that into a couple of pieces too. I remove the foliage that'll be below the water line. And you see, this way I'll be able to use this one piece for 3 little vases. Now I'm going to make these all the same height, a little clustering or a family. Let's cut that down short and place it in our vase, like that. Now repeat this 2 more times. Again, breaking off a piece of the baby's breath. One may be a little larger than the other because you have a little more gyp. And remember, you're not seeing all this Alstroemeria yet opened up. That one's a little shorter because, see, that's my shorter vase. And then I'll do one more time. I'm measuring this so it's a little more like the same size. And there we have one of the ways you could use Alstroemeria and rose. And now I'm going to take a little bubble bowl. We'll take the pretty pink combination right here. And this is a real quick, easy one. We'll remove the foliage because this is all going to be below the water line from the Alstroemeria and the roses. Refer to my quick tips section to get rid of thorns that are on the rose. This way you're not bleeding into your arrangement. Take our 3 roses like that. I'm going to take this piece of statice and I'm going to break it into 2 pieces like that. Now let's take the Alstroemeria, and remember, going lower, I'm going to go around the outside. This style is almost considered Biedermeier because everything is around like that. Now we'll do the same thing we did with the little vases with the greenery. We're going to break it up into smaller pieces. Like that. Bringing it all the way around. And remember, removing anything that's going to be below, any foliage that's below the water line. So you have that. We'll measure it so that the foliage from the Alstroemeria lands right about on the rim. Give it a snip. Place in our little bowl. fluff, and you've got another version of Alstroemeria rose. Now let's take this bright sunny yellow one. I'm going to remove the sleeve. And let's just do something a little more creative. This is a perfect little gift if you're going to see someone who's maybe feeling a little under the weather, or you're maybe going to a hospital and you want to really cheer somebody up. Look at how bright and cheery this is right here with all the yellow. But what if we used a fun little container? Chicken soup. What better to make you feel better? Not to mention, this little container will make somebody smile. So save some of your chicken soup cans that you've used for dinner. And what we're going to do is basically the same thing that we just did in the other vase. Only see how nice and open the yellow Alstroemeria is right now? I'm going to take the 3 yellow roses, put them in one section, all together. I'm going to do again like I did before. This is aster. I'm going to cut it like that. Pull off a few of the little pieces at the bottom. And do that with it. Now we take our sunny yellow Alstroemeria. Make sure my roses are a little higher. Place it all around. Again, I'm removing the foliage as always, like that. And this one I'm only going to cut in 2. So I have one leaf coming this way and one group of leaves going the other way. Now let's take our can and measure it. And you could use a bigger can too if you want to make a bigger arrangement. It's just really cute to sometimes think out of the box. Now that's going to be a little too long. Give it a second snip. Place it in the can. And fluff a little bit. Just like that. Now that's sure to make somebody smile. Now how cute would that be if you maybe for Thanksgiving took all pumpkin filling cans or other types of cans that you would use and use them for your table? Well, just try to think out of the box and have fun.